John sacks Cash and Eden's celebrant. The Langhams reach a half truce. Mac and Levi start round number 2. And Harper's date is cut really short.
Hold me in your arms, don't let me go. I want to stay forever, closer each day, home and away.
I come bearing excellent news.
You won the lottery.
No, better than that. While you fired up the coffee machine, I fired Jennifer. I'm going to marry you and Cash.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Oh, I don't believe this.
No, you don't have to do a thing. The handover will be handled by me.
No. That's not the point, okay? Jennifer has already done so much work for us.
Yeah, don't worry. She understood. She's a professional.
Okay, and what does that make you?
Well, I was just so disappointed. I had to abandon you last time.
That doesn't change the fact that you had no right to do what you just did.
I need you to understand something. The only reason I walked away from the job was because my dear friend was in serious trouble. It broke my heart. But I just didn't think I could do the right thing by her and by you and Cash at the same time.
You know that we weren't mad at you, right?
Please let me do this. For you.
Do I get approval over what you wear?
Of course. As long as it's one of the 2 suits I already own.
All right, I guess we're stuck with you then.
Yes. You won't regret this. I promise. You could do this.
Oh.
Very good.
We are Si and Sophie. This is Coastal News, a home and away podcast. Your weekly episode companion podcast for your favourite Aussie soap.
Right, what does a follicle look like? Where can I find one?
I don't know.
Would I even know it if it crossed me in the street?
I don't think you would, doll. Do you know what? I keep thinking I'll Google this. I keep thinking it whenever they talk about follicles and stuff. I'm like, I must Google this and I must understand what on earth they're talking about. And then I'm so bored by the idea of it, never get around to it.
I don't want that in your browsing history.
I don't think I want it in my brain. I'm like, that's the kind of shit I'll remember, and I'll forget something important.
I was just like the tone of voice. It means its follicles are happy, but
Follicles
she
are
looks
good.
sad.
Yes.
like we've got 9 of them. Is that good, bad, or not? I don't know.
I don't get it. I thought, until just recently with this storyline, I thought follicles was a hair thing.
Yeah, all lived in the sea. One of the 2.
Do they? I thought that was barnacles.
Yeah. It must be related somehow.
I have no idea. I know what follicular hair. I've heard of that, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here we are again at Follicle Chat. How are you? Are you okay?
I'm good. I think survived.
It's up there with Hoovers.
It is. I prefer Hoover chat because I actually understand that and it's helpful. So, yeah, more of that, less of follicles. There we go. But yeah, I'm good. Survived another week. How are you doing?
Yes, same. Unless this is AI. Who knows these days?
Who knows? Yes. God.
I bet AI science Sophie would be absolutely rampant. I think we managed some.
I think it would probably
restraint.
be better. don't tempt it.
Well, do you know what? If it'll go to work for me.
Oh God. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
which probably we'll be doing before we know it.
I think AI Sophie might actually remember her point that she was trying to make at the beginning of her sentence, not forget it halfway through. Oh, dear.
What was it? The co-pilot was like, Si brings the wit and Sophie brings the knowledge or something. Do you remember?
No, it was much more rude about me than you're fine. It was like Sophie's just there for garnish.
That's like, what's he doing?
I think you were the cocktail and I was like the lemon slice.
And I had no input, I will say.
Yeah, right. You've been coaching it. I know you.
I'm after that award next year. That's what it is. How was home and away for you this week?
A bit better this week.
Yes, we've got her.
A bit better. I'm not like dancing around going, best
Feel a
week.
little better.
that was a highlight. Hold on to this moment.
We have not
Was a
had a
highlight.
sing-song on the pod for a while.
that was not from my household with my out of key singing, but that was a highlight. No, it's been a bit better. It's been good. It's been a bit cheery. It's been a bit of a distraction. It's not been too much of the stuff that I'm not enjoying. So yeah, like I've enjoyed. Yeah.
Same.
What about you?
I same. I thought it was a really good week. I thought it was quite character driven still,
Yes.
but like it was interesting. Things were
Yeah.
moving.
Yes.
And that's all we really wanted. We don't mind it if things aren't high drams, just as long as it's moving along. And it
Yes.
feels like we've come unstuck now from the muds, the muds of September, early October. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with this week, and we've got lots to chat about. Because actually, when I was looking through my notes and organising this evening, there's a lot of plates spinning at the minute. There's a lot of characters off doing all sorts, which we don't always have. We normally have a couple of big threads, don't we, to get our teeth into. This stuff going on everywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, moving a bit closer. I've got something to tell you.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Got a surprise for you on Monday.
Is it the hairy man? Is he going to come and eat my chips? What's going on?
With his auburn curls. No. You just have to keep your eye out on our social medias and podcast feed on Monday. Little surprise for you.
Monday the 3rd of November.
Monday the 3rd of November, right after Tweet Along.
Ooh, okay.
Keep your eyes peeled. Got a little surprise for you.
Interesting. Okay. I'm intrigued.
Until then, stick with us. We're going to take you through all the week's stories, aren't we? We've got Your Say on the Bay coming up later. Any news and all that, including our sister podcast, Coastal News Investigates, over on the website, coastalnewspod.com. Right, shall we talk about this week's Home and Away?
Seeing as we're here, we might as well.
Come this far. John is checking in with Eden at the top of the week. Another classic John wink coming up. It is telling her all about the stuff she hasn't prepped for her own wedding. I was like, right, okay. You're cutting it fine, he tells her. I'm not your celebrant, but I am your friend, and I'll let you know. She's all stressed out, isn't she? Cash is rushed off to Gary's bedside, hasn't he? He's been gone a couple of weeks now, and she said, "Don't worry, Dal, I'll take care of it." Seems like she hasn't, or she's just a bit overwhelmed by it, by the sounds of things. And she needs John's help, She needs John's help. Next thing, because John understands that to be sack the celebrant Jennifer. And assume position. Very John, wasn't it? And when he tells her, she sort of blows up, but he just whips out the Irene card and how sad he was and wanted to do the best by her, and all is well and he's on board. Played that like a blinder.
He did. The guilt trip was very well played, I'll be honest.
Wasn't it just?
He's good at those.
Proud, actually. He is.
He's good at the guilt trip and the little, shaky lip face, feel sorry for me. It works.
Yeah. Yep. He said he only walked away because his heart was broken. Aww. She reluctantly agrees, but then does ring Cash and lets her know that John Zilla's back. She's given him a bit of rope and he's ran with it, hasn't he? However, he is actually good for this because he's willing to do way more than he probably ought to. He's agreeing to meet up with her, go through the details. He does have some tough questions that sparks off this whole dad walking me down the aisle debate, which I could live without, I will be honest, because that ends up sort of bubbling over to Abs from 5, doesn't it? And it's like, because she doesn't want her and her dad I had to remind myself, Eden and her dad have sort of made up. They've bridged a gap somewhat, haven't they, in terms of communication. However, it seems walking down the aisle is a bit much. So she asks Levi, and Levi he wants to, but he says, "I'd rather you run this by Dad first. I don't want to put anyone's nose out of joint." I'm not sure that would have been my answer in Levi's shoes, you know.
What would you have said then? What would you have
I'd
done?
have said, yeah, it's your decision.
Mm,
You know, I would love to. You know, I'm your brother, and
mm,
you know, we were estranged ourselves. You know, and I'd love, you know, look how far we've come. I'd love to do it.
yeah. So you mean he didn't sort of get excited about being asked because he was too worried about Dad's reaction first?
Yeah, when it's
Yeah.
not his worry. If Dad's got a problem, it's Eden's decision he'd have the problem with, not
Mm,
you for
yeah.
accepting it. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. True. Yeah.
I've just felt like it was too involved. I mean,
Mm,
Abs took it even further, saying, I spent all this time getting you all together, and you're going to ruin this wedding. It is not your wedding.
no.
It's not anyone's wedding, but Cash and Eden's. I was just screaming at the telly, walk down the aisle yourself. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, she could, couldn't she?
2025, innit?
Yeah.
Mm.
Just, I mean, the idea of giving someone away. I mean, you know my thoughts about marriages anyway, but like from the sort of the bride's perspective, being given away is one of the things that really irks me because I'm like, you're
Well,
not
that's what
give.
it represents, isn't it?
I'm not property. We've moved on from here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So having your brother do it and walk you down the aisle, it's less about giving away chattel. You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah,
now your responsibility to look after. It's more about their relationship and less about the kind of the original meaning of
yeah.
the
Yeah,
process, I guess.
and that kind of thing would fit Eden. You
Mm,
know, like she's not your traditional gal. She's a bit of a
exactly.
wild child. Like she writes her own rules and let her get on with it. I'm shocked she didn't think of it herself. Actually, I thought that was a bit of a misstep.
Yeah, neither did I though. But I'm wondering whether that's because like she keeps saying she doesn't really know about weddings and she's never really like imagined one or had those
Mm,
thoughts. And I think I
mm.
probably feel like the same, but except from she's decided to do it. So she probably hasn't really thought about it before.
She's just blindly following what everyone says you're supposed to do,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, because you
Yeah,
know, if you don't know much about an area, you just kind of go, "Oh yeah, well that's what everyone does," or I don't
that's what we
know.
do.
I don't think I would have thought, "Oh, I'll do it myself."
Interesting.
Don't
Mm.
know. Probably wouldn't have
Well, she
just done. I
rings
probably wouldn't
Dad.
have done it. I probably would have just made everyone else walk down the aisle while I'm standing at the front or something.
Or just skip down yourself.
Could do. Just mosh my
Backflip.
way. Yeah, that'll be it.
She does ring Dad, and we don't really hear the contents of the call, do we? So
No.
that's up in the air to next week, probably. But yeah, whether we're going to see Dad at wedding, who knows? Watch this space, I think. But it's probably in exactly 2 weeks' time, so we won't have long to wait, will we? But yeah, Abs is complete overreaction again. The big Abs show. I've got some comments for you later because
Ooh,
it's not gone down well. The Abby show.
no.
Hmm
It was weird. It was such an overreaction that I was actually surprised that nobody was worried about her
Yeah,
in that moment because it was so massively over the top that I thought, you know what, this girl still needs therapy.
yeah. There's still a lot going on.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like to take it that
Mm-hmm.
hard, and like, and she was like, "Oh, dad'll be embarrassed," and I was like, "No, there's something deeper going on here. Like, Dad's fine with it. She hasn't even asked him if he's embarrassed. Why is she getting so agitated by it?" And I just thought, there's something else going on with Abs here. I would have had her to the side and saying like, "What's the bigger picture? What's going on? How are you feeling?" Like, I'm surprised that nobody has, unless that's coming. Unless this is just
Mm-hmm.
the first thing that happens. I don't know.
Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Mm. Let's keep our eyes peeled on that one.
Mm.
Can't wait. Um, elsewhere, Joe and Sarge are listening to that triple O call, which feels like they've been sat there for like 7 days doing
All
that.
weekend, doll. Oh my god.
It just felt like an absolute chasm between when we left them playing it and we went back to them and they're in the
Oh,
same spot.
so I can actually repeat it word for word now. So that's how many times I've heard it. Imagine how many times they've heard it.
I know, but I guess that's the point. They're trying to trigger a memory, aren't they? I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yeah.
She's very confused. Lacey comes over just at the nick of time and hears it. So you're thinking, am I rolling at this point? Thinking, here we go, another kickoff.
Mm.
And she's like, how could you not remember the call? And we're all like, how can you say, how can you not remember the call? Like, she's had a brain injury.
Mm.
Or has she? Playing devil's avocado. So
Don't want devil's avocado. Jeez.
Sarge has a word, calms her down, doesn't he? And makes her think of it from his point of view a bit more.
Mm.
Are we stopping short of a turning point for Lacey here? Because she seems to soften in this moment. And then I'm dubious as the audience whether I want to trust her. Like when she says, "Oh, I can see it from your point of view." She herself stopped short of going checking if Joe's okay. But there's a lot more communication now. There's a lot more dialogue. I was like, is she starting to soften? Are we turning with Lacey, or is she just saying it to keep the peace? But actually, she's gonna kick off again any minute. She's a bit of a loose cannon. Where are you sitting?
It's hard to tell, isn't it? Because obviously this came out of a conversation that she had with Theo, because Theo's like looking at her sideways constantly, isn't he? She kicks
Yeah.
off and he's like, oh, for God's sake, here we go again. And he basically tried to tell her, like, have a little bit of empathy. The only two people that know what it's like to lose your mum are your dad and Joe.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
try and step in their shoes. And I thought any reasonable person would have done that already without having to be prompted. But clearly Lacey needs a push. So I didn't know whether, like you, she was kind of thinking, okay, I'll take Theo's word for it and try and look more empathetic so that I can get in with the information and kind of lead
Yeah,
this
this is it.
investigation from the side. Because when we go back to when she took the money from her dad, like she sort of outright refused it, didn't she, to start with? And then
Yeah.
she took it and she was all nicey with him, like, oh, thank you for the money, I will take it. And then behind his back saying to Theo, oh yeah, I'm only taking it because I want to get a private investigator. So we know that she can do that manipulative, say one thing to your face, do different behind your back. So I don't know whether to trust her or not, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I don't know if I trust me to fall on the right side either. Because I'm like, oh no, because she's been so entrenched in that feel, in that emotion, hasn't she? That it's hard to imagine her just coming out like that.
Is she doing it because her dad's finally doing something that she wanted? So she's kind of rewarding him.
Got her own way.
It's like a dog, isn't it? Like if a dog does something well and you give it a biscuit, it'll do it again. Is she doing that with her dad?
Yeah, very good point.
I don't know. It's a bit disingenuous at the
He's
moment.
more, I think you're right. He's more likely to be cooperative if he thinks, oh, I've got my daughter back.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, once she clears off, Sarge goes and asks Joey if he can have a pathology results. She's like, yeah, go get it. Why not? I'm on drinking drugs as well, eh? Whatever. They come back really fast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Clean as a whistle. If they're the correct results and it's not been tampered with. Do you know what I mean? There's so many ifs, buts, maybes with this because we don't know if there's a cover up on the initial investigation. I mean, this is telling us nothing, is it? She's not got, according to this sort of new delve into the docs, she's got no drink and drugs in her system. She's got no recollection of making the phone call. We don't know what happened. She's got no recollection of the actual incident itself. We are no more knowledgeable, and the the original investigation doesn't point to anything. I can see why we've ended up here with a big question mark over what's happened, basically. And it's fastly concluded that, look, there's no new leads. The investigation doesn't give us anything. We might never know what happens, as he says to them both as he sits them down in Salt later. And that's that. With that might be something we have to accept, unless Joe remembers. And all this. I feel like Joe's going to go down this pressurized avenue here to remember something from Lacey. I think we're far from over with the conflict.
I hope so, because if this is supposed, if that speech of him saying, "I guess we'll never know," or "I guess we'll just have to get past this and just carry on," if that was telling us, the audience, that "I guess we'll never know," I'm going to be fuming, because we've already wasted weeks talking about this and got nowhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you better give me something, because otherwise this is
Yeah.
all pointless and melodrama for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Yeah.
waiting. And
Mm.
if I was Sarge, like you just said, like, is there a cover up? Is something going? The evidence has been sloppy, because the fact that the call, the 000 call, the ID of the caller wasn't noted in the notes or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
his daughter. Like, the fact that that's missing from the evidence, the name, who it was, when
Yeah.
she's easily identifiable. She says, "My mum," so who's
Yeah.
in the car.
Yeah.
It just feels sloppy. And I would have thought, I know David wasn't on the case, but this is a police investigation where his colleagues would have been investigating this crash on his behalf, and you
Yeah.
would, if it was your colleague, you would do everything in your power to investigate it properly and, like, tick all the boxes and what have you. You wouldn't be as sloppy as to not even put the name of the caller of the 000 call, would you?
I know. It's crazy, isn't it? I'm a bit frustrated that he's not even got to that point quicker,
Yeah,
Why doesn't he feel hard done by the investigation as well? You
yeah.
know, actually, I had to remind myself what you told me,
Oh
because
God, remind me.
because I'm obviously saying to you, "Oh, bloody hell, I can't, he's dead cold, can't do with him. I'm really
Mm,
struggling. I can't get on board with any of them. I'm going to be truthful, that none of them are working for me." And I was
mm,
saying so last week, and you were telling me, "Look, it's the grief.
mm.
He's like this because he's grieving, blah, 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 blah." This week, I mean, I think I went straight and messaged you. I was like, am I seeing a Sophie? Because Sarge starts to beat himself up. There's some gorgeous scenes of him
Mm,
on the beach with Justin, looking out at sea like they do when life gets really tough.
mm.
Um,
Yeah.
and he's beating himself up, isn't he? I'm getting everyone's hopes up. But why isn't part of that? What am I missing? You know, what am
Mm,
I? Why, like you say, why is the evidence so crap? Why
mm.
is he not getting to that point that the girls are at? Really, I think that would make me feel something towards him.
Yeah. I'm wondering whether we're going to get there. I think he's been in that numb kind of denial
Mm,
phase probably since it happened. And he's on
yeah,
autopilot, and he's just like, right, I've got 2 kids to look after. I've got a job. I've got to keep a roof over my head. I can't fall apart. I can't let this consume me. He's probably just been like walking through life, like sleepwalking through life, for the last however long. And
yeah.
now that he's been forced to rethink it all, I'm hoping we'll get to that anger. We'll get to that. Hang on a minute. Why hasn't this been done? And if this has been so sloppily recorded about the 000 call, what else hasn't been
What else
recorded
is
properly?
exactly?
But
Mm,
it just seems to have given up, and I was like, no, like, it's not enough. I don't get it.
yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah.
need more. This has been a real slow drip
Mm.
feed, hasn't it? And I just think now's the time to speed it up. I'm happy we're getting we're getting something.
Yes.
And it started to move. I said earlier, we're no longer stuck in the mud, but I feel like our appetite is still ahead of where the story's at.
Mm.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
I think Sarge is the key to unlocking it, rather than on this merry-go-round of feuding
Mm.
daughters. You know.
Definitely. Yeah.
Mm. Um, Mac and Levi, they're back from their trip to her mum's this week, and she's got an ultrasound booked in. Follicle chat. So, got a lot of follicle chat going on. I'm starting to look at things high up that I need to dust. And then and the next thing we know, we're off from getting the injections, round 2. Let's go.
Mm.
So yeah, here we are. We've arrived at this all important round 2. This could have gone either way. We're all embraced for the way Mac was last time and how much she wanted it and all the rest of it, and all just completely and utterly consuming, which you can kind of get when that's all you want.
Mm.
This time for me feels a little bit. There's a bit more distance between the decision to have children and
Mm.
that, so it feels a little bit more authentic to me
Mm.
this time. Um, And yeah, she does warn what kind of Mac are we going to get once these hormone injections kick in. And before we know it, she's running to Abs at Salt, and there's been this huge explosion because, as we mentioned before, Abs is, talking about the wedding, and she's upset about, Dad and the whole walking down the aisle thing. And Mac, she's having none of it. She just gives her a serve, doesn't she? The Abby show. No one had a problem, only you. Basically tells her to grow the hell up. And honestly, I think I felt a magnetic shift in the Earth's pole as all the viewers jumped and thought, yes, someone has said it to her face. That felt so satisfying.
It did. It was. It needed to be said. It was brutal, but it. And look, it was. I mean, I couldn't stop laughing already because they were talking about how she'd had a trigger injection, and I was like, yeah, she's been triggered, all right. Like she's off the handle.
I loved it. She was taking nothing, and Abs was stunned into silence. The whole monologue.
It's weird though because I kind of look at Abs and I'm like, this is a girl that needs therapy because this is not the normal reaction to this situation. And then I'm looking at Mac and thinking, yeah, like just scream in her face because this is great. But I don't really know how, like, which side of the coin I'm actually feeling. I can see both. I don't know.
Do you know what? You're being kinder than usual.
I don't know. I just feel like this massive overreaction. If it was something else, I think, and she was just being Abby, then I think she just needed to hear it, like just being selfish or whatever. But because it was so weird, and it's about her sister's wedding, her dad's feelings, and it's nothing to do with her at all. I was just like, this girl's got stuff going on. This is not just.
Yeah.
It's just a bit odd.
I guess that's a lesson you could take away from that encounter, isn't it? That everyone's got something going on in their life, and your problem is no bigger than anybody else's, and you can't really project all around. Really, how many times has have people, really, even strangers, had altercations in the street, driving, what have you, shopping, and you think you don't know what everyone's going through. I suppose if we really want to. Dig deep. We could take that from that conversation, but I felt vindicated as someone who's been frustrated with Ab's childish Neanderthal over the top behavior a lot of the time. I think it was a massive reality slap.
Yes.
That she probably needs to grow from. I mean, of course, it upsets her. And then Marley's like, I kind of agreed. And I'm thinking, he's got a bloody death wish, this lad. But this was the moment where the sugarcoating needed to end, and everyone be like, right, you've had a bit of a shock to the system there. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to change? And I think Marley handled it quite well and quite sensitively. He wasn't the brutal one, but he was supportive, but also he ticked her off as well.
Yeah, he was honest. It was nice to see a couple actually be honest to each other as well, and not in a horrible way. Like he's been, because I've criticised him in the past when he's been quite nasty to his partners, namely Rose, and I've criticised him for that. But he wasn't nasty to Abs. Like he did say, like what she said was harsh, but I do agree with the sentiment, and this is why. And he explained it to her like nicely. He didn't get in her face like Mac did. Like he has done that before. I've seen. So I think he did handle it better himself. I think he is growing, Marley, actually. He's getting more...
Growing on you?
Not quite, but he's getting more tolerable. He's less... I used to see him as like this little angry, I don't know, like just pent-up frustration guy. And it used to just wind me up. Like he was like a tightly coiled spring that was like ready to have a fight in an empty room. And I think he is starting to calm down now. It's making me feel less hostile towards him, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's good. That we'll take it. We'll take it. No, I think you're right. I think his character has has displayed growth, whether that's deliberate, whether
Mm.
they're writing for him better now that they're used to writing for him, maybe.
Yeah, true.
But he's in a different place now, isn't he, from when he arrived in the Bay?
Yeah.
And I think he's not fleeing the sort of shackles of his mother.
Yes.
He's well established now, isn't he? And he's actually the supportive role, and I think
Mm.
he's probably done a lot of that growth since being with Abby, even though we slagged it to Evan, us,
Mm.
we being the general audience,
Mm.
because there seemed to be a massive age gap. There are different parts of their lives. She was, you know what I mean?
Mm.
There was all this criticism, wasn't there? But I feel like he's also gained a lot from it.
Yes. And even
And
like he's having conversations with Sarge. Sarge came over and he asked just a banal question like, "Have you seen Lacey today?" And I was thinking when Marley was first introduced, like his anti-cop thing was like such
yeah,
a massive plot point, wasn't it? And he was vile to his
yeah,
girlfriend whenever she wore uniform in public. Like he was just his whole demeanor changed. And I was just watching him
yeah.
with Sarge, and he was just talking like a normal person. I thought he has changed.
Mm,
Like
mm,
a while back, he would have been like, "Oh, I don't know." Because he doesn't want to be
yeah.
seen talking to a cop in uniform or whatever. So I
Yeah,
think,
he was. Yeah, you're right. You just get out of the combo, wouldn't he?
yeah, I do
Ah.
think I'm keeping an eye on him because I'm like, this could flip again and he could piss me off next week. You know what I mean? But at the moment, I was like, oh, I'm actually seeing some improvement here and I'm not hating it. So yeah. I know. I'm kicking myself. I'm gonna regret this.
This is recorded, just so you know.
I'm not saying he's my favourite, or I'm not
Mm,
joining the Marley fan club yet, or anything like
we'll
that.
see when he comes on his European tour. Uh,
See you in Limerick.
uh, oh, you're funny. What did you think of Max? Just to bring it back from the comedy, what did you think of Max's baby dream?
I don't know. I was hoping you would tell me because I don't really understand what happened. So
I feel, was it like a subconscious telling them they're going to have a happy family or something?
and the little boy, like we were looking at the cot and our son was in there. I don't know what it was about that scene, but I didn't find it believable. I don't
Well,
know. I didn't buy it. It was I don't know. And like normally I would never criticize Max, Emily's performance of Mac, but in that scene the story that she was telling about this dream, I was just like, this sounds like a crock of shit. And I don't feel anything for this story. And I feel like I should have
you
been. I feel
weren't
like
feeling the psychic vibes. You said every now and then someone on Home and Away can see the future, or
that's
you weren't
true.
premonition.
We've had an Irene and we've had a Kirsty and who else has been psychic on Home and Away? We've had a few, haven't we? And they just pass it along, don't they? The psychic torch. Maybe I just don't. It was a really odd scene for me. I just didn't feel anything.
Yeah, and it came a little bit later on, didn't it? After other dramas, and then we sort of it was on its own later on, away from the other baby IVF stuff.
True. Yeah.
So maybe it was physically apart from it in the edit, but also, yeah, we would, and then then you're just watching it like, where the fuck's this come from?
Yeah. Did you think the
and
same as me then? Did you not sort of?
I
don't know.
wasn't in this. I was taken out of the story because I was just thinking. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and then going into great detail about your dream with your partner. My partner would be like, "Fucking tell me in the morning."
It's true.
But
I'd
I
still
think
be
we were
awake
supposed.
if it was me because it'd be like 3 a.m. I'd be like, "Oh, I've not gone to bed yet. What's your dream about? I'm wide awake."
Well, I'm one of these fortunate weirdos. If I don't tell you my dream within 10 minutes of waking up, you're never going to know because I don't know.
Fair
I don't
enough.
remember dreams. I'm one of these. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we were supposed to take from it that she wants it so bad that it's even in her dreams. But I feel like
Okay.
that's how much she wants this to work because she'd just been implanted that day, and then it's in her dreams already. So, Is that the right verb? I don't know. Do you
I don't-
implant? I don't know.
I don't think there's an embryo yet, is there? I think this is like they're prepping the womb, I think, is what they're doing. I don't really get
So
it.
he's not had a jack. He's not jacked off yet.
I don't
What
think
do we
so.
do? What do we do?
These trigger injections basically make her womb hospitable, I think is the I don't really get it. And then they do the implant and they say
So they're just plumping the cushions at the moment.
it's like they have to make the embryo first and then they have to fertilize the egg to make the embryo, and then they say how many embryos you've got. Then you implant the embryo, and I don't think we've got to that bit yet.
You're lying. You have Googled.
No, I do remember vaguely from like GCSE biology.
Obviously, I don't. Right. Okay. Cool. So maybe. So I'm talking out my arse. Then she'll move on. She's had a dream for some reason.
She's had a dream because she's had the appointment and she started the injections. The injections are like hormones and stuff.
Yeah. Or is she psychic? Has she seen the future?
Yeah.
That very well could be plausible on this show.
So it's got to be a boy, because otherwise that's horseshit, isn't it? Because it was a boy in the dream.
Yeah. Yeah. If she's successfully pregnant, it'd have to be a boy for that dream to make sense. Make a mental note. Yeah. I want to briefly talk about, because Bree's sort of a woman on a mish this week, and it was a bit of it was a bit of a issue based story that soaps like to do. But Bree's out of hospital and she's getting a fuss Dana being the nurse and all the rest of it. And her and Dana have a lot of scenes this week about Bree saying, "Look, we're not safe at work. The security was rubbish. They were on level 5 for about 3 days. Won't come down." Yeah, they're risking their lives day to day. This is what nurses do, and she meets up with Kate, and the security guard head, doesn't she? And she wants to do something about it. She has this meeting with the hospital admin. They don't really seem too engaged, and it sounds like she's going on this sort of superwoman mission to sort of change the working conditions of health workers, which is quite a topical thing, isn't it? Who put their lives at risk every day to save everybody else. This is obviously something that's probably been in the news and influenced the storyliners. Let's face it. And I think it's a good, important story to tell after being attacked in the tit. Now, quite a few eye-opening things happened during this conversation with head of security. They are powerless. They are just for show and reassurance. They can only call the cops. And he shares a little sort of gossip, doesn't he? He's got this folder of incidents that he shows her and reminds us all and informs Bree that there was this siege at the hospital a few years ago where a health worker got shot. What's the name of said health worker?
Mason Morgan.
Yes, Mason Morgan. You'd think that'd come up before, wouldn't you?
You would think Bree would know who that was, because she goes, "Oh, didn't someone get shot or killed or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, someone that you is related to that person. He lives in the Bay. You talk to him all the time. He was your boyfriend's manager or ex-boyfriend's manager. It was his brother. How did this not ever come up in conversation, especially when this has happened? This whole thing happened in the hospital, and everybody knows about it. Everyone knows Bree got stabbed, and no one's gone, "Do you know what? The hospital is quite a dangerous place to work. Mason got shot there." Remember that? No one said it.
When she took the job, it wouldn't have been that long after.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, that's something you're looking up.
Is that why she got the job? Because he got shot.
Was it the one after her?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. No, it probably was her, wasn't it? Thinking about it. Yeah. So, you'd think she should know that. However, I will take the call back, because we've been saying all this year, this whole season, the callbacks have been much better. So I was surprised it got a mention, let alone anything else. So I'm going to take it.
Yeah, true.
I just think we take it.
Can't really sniff it, can we?
No, and a few years back, it wouldn't have even been batted an eyelid. I'm expecting Rue to sort of remember getting blown up soon.
True. I think the thing that jarred on me was the fact that the only person that mentioned it was Keith, the security guy, and
Yeah,
it was nameless. It wasn't like, oh, Mason, Morgan, and her going, oh, Morgan, you know,
I know that name. Yeah.
or her going, oh yeah, I heard about Justin's brother, or I don't
Yeah.
know. It was a
It
bit
was weird.
emotionless.
It was a weird interaction. It felt like something you read in the news, and she's like, "Oh gosh, that sounds terrible."
Unnamed
You know?
doctor. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Actually, it's at your place of work, and you would definitely know about that. The staff would
There'd
talk
be
about
a
that no
plaque.
end.
There'd be some
Yeah.
memorial
No.
plaque or whatever, and there'd be like one day a year where everyone does a minute silence for the siege. You know
I'm
what I
sorry.
mean?
In the staff room, people would be like, "Oh, do you remember when that bloke sieged us? Oh, he was well good looking." Blah, 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 you know. Oh, this reminds me. Then that's it. You'd be talking about it constantly at work, wouldn't you? If your
Yeah.
workplace had been sieged 5 years
There'd be like
previous.
the Mason Morgan wing in the
Mm.
hospital. Do you know what I mean? They would, wouldn't they, in real life?
Yes. Yeah, they would. They would. And Bree had a lot to do with Jasmine.
True.
And things. There are people living in the bay now that were at that siege. You know. Anyway, we'll take it. We'll take the mention. We've got to. No choice. Rue's she's getting writing letters to Cohen again, isn't she? This week. Mazzy's sending recipes. And apparently he loves Mazzy's food, but I guess someone's got to.
Well, I was thinking, how bad is Dad's cooking? Dad's cooking must be horrendous if he's missing Maz.
I feel like he's serving sawdust.
I reckon it's just Domino's pizza every night.
Yeah, which you'd think a kid would love.
You know, he's shit for the eye of a needle.
Domino.
Domino, whoopsie.
Now she gets a call then from Docs, doesn't she, about a 6-year-old boy who needs a long-term placement. Oh my God, Sophie, she's actually considering it. What the hell? What the hell? Right, she's falling in love with this kid. I can't do this. I don't think I can go do this.
I can't do it. I don't want to. In fact, I refuse. If this goes ahead, I'm going to go on strike, and you'll have to find someone else.
I know. No, I'm just going to just push the kid in traffic and get it over with.
I did have to laugh though. I did text you because she was like, "Oh, Marilyn, they must be desperate if they called me," and I was like, "Yeah, they must be bloody desperate if they called you." You're literally bottom of the list. She nearly got took off the fostering list last time. Like Harper was like, "I'm going to report you." Jesus Christ, woman.
Yeah. Crazy. I mean, Marilyn tries to talk to her, doesn't she? It doesn't seem to get anywhere. Leah's even, telling her she needs time to heal after the whole emotional heartbreak. And she's like, well, that's not this new Chaz problem. I'm thinking, oh my God. I mean, it is the idea. It is supposed to, foster. It's supposed to be a conveyor belt, isn't it? You're supposed to be providing, lots of different children, and that's the point. But you're not supposed to get involved and try and adopt like we did last time. So I do think there needs to be a gap. Rue needs a gap. We need a gap. And thankfully, a little bit later on, she agrees and declines this placement, doesn't she? I was hoping the fostering would quietly go away, and it doesn't seem like that's going to happen.
No, I had two thoughts in my head when I was watching all this. First of all, where's Mr. Stewart? Did I miss him going to Marimbula?
Oh, yeah.
Because where is he?
Well, yeah, we did say he's busted his episode numbers, didn't we? Maybe they've just not even had a chance to write him out.
It's very weird that he's not in any of it. He's not in the diner drinking tea in the background and going, "What's this? Who's called you? You're not doing it, Rue. You said you're going to have a break." He's not there. He's not even there fishing.
Over my flaming dead body.
She's on the beach and he's not even fishing in the background. It's Leah that's come to talk to her. I was like, maybe he was ill that day and they've had to rewrite it. But I was like, Mr. Stewart's missing, and it's like really obvious to me, this. And then my second thought was, Rue needs to have a word with herself. Why did she want to do? What's her aim? Why did she want to foster in the first place? Like, what is she trying to fix in her life? Because if she's so worried about getting attached again and like wanting to adopt a child, maybe fostering is not temporary foster care is not the aim that she needs to get to. She does need to adopt a child if that's her what she wants to do. What is it that she wants to get out of this? Because I don't feel like it's necessarily the right choice.
Give me an M. Give me an A. Give me an R. Give me a tha.
Aha! Or has it be two
A Martha.
A Martha! A Martha!
Yeah. Have you seen that couple on TikTok? And they're like, yes, live
Oh,
with
yeah.
the parents.
Yes. I think you sent me it.
Oh, yeah, as I do. Yeah. Sorry.
My TikTok homework. You try and like make me relevant and remember stuff. And, like, watch this video, and then you'll understand all these memes. I'm like, okay, I'll watch this because then I'm down with the kids, right?
I don't know. My algorithm's not very down. Kids.
See, I rely on you to tell me what's going on in the world.
Oh, it's downer than yours. But I don't think I'm.
You're my news outlet. I need to. I like learn through you what the world is like nowadays.
Yes. At the moment, 2 northern twins have like found me, and they just go, "Hello, going Primark," but like they say everything in unison. That's it. That's the internet.
Wow! Oh my god! The internet has made us all quite dumb, hasn't it? Bless it.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Remy's got some news for Justin. This week he's starting up a record label. We predicted this, band manager Justin, didn't we?
Yep.
Full on. He wants him on big time roster and all. I mean, the guy's booked a backstreet band in a fortnightly gig at the local bar, and now he's going to be manager extraordinaire, worldwide artist. He had to step back from Kirby because that was too big. Make this make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Mm.
How's he going to fit all this in around his surfing, his coffees with Sarge, his beers with Sarge,
all these MOTs,
helping people move in, chats with everybody,
surf with Theo.
So surf with Theo, talk to Bree. How's he going to fit in 2 jobs around all of his hobbies? Like,
don't know. I'm knackered just hearing about it.
It makes no sense.
I don't do that in a year.
Leah was like, all right, talk to me. Tell me how's this going to work? And he was like, I'll make it work. And she was like, okay. I was like, that's not a chat.
Cheers to that. Clink.
That's not a conversation.
That whole conversation was just contrived so that Bree could hear it. It was stupid.
Exactly.
It really annoyed me, actually, that scene. Because that's definitely something you'd do whilst boiling potatoes at home or something, wouldn't it? Meeting up in public and speaking really loudly.
He's offered me a job. Talk me through how this will work with your other job. I'll just do both of them. Okay.
This sounds amazing. God grief.
I was like, really? Oh dear.
Yes, it was. So he reckons he can do it. So until he meets his colleague, Sonny, who has got a different vision for this record label. He's got have you ever seen Parks and Rec?
I've seen clips, but I've not seen an episode.
Okay. What's the character called? The young dude, and he's like he opens up like a law firm, but it's like he's got all this money, he's rich, but he's just basically a pad for like women in bikinis playing basketball and all that. I just thought why does his name escape me? I'm gonna get it. It begins with a J. Begins with a J.
Jez.
Let him in, Sam. Let him in.
Jim.
It's not coming to me.
Jiminy Cricket.
Jeremiah. Oh God, I'll look it up later. But it just reminded me of that. It's just going to be one, just like young.
Oh yeah.
Sort of Lothario, like just having the time of his life, and I thought there was some method in Sonny's thinking. You got to have the place cool. We don't want Barbra Streisand types. We're after the next big thing.
Yeah. They've got to make it attractive and make it something that there's a reason for going with. Because let's be honest, Remy, Justin, and Sonny, you're not going there for them, are you? The people you've got to draw them in with something that another record label doesn't have.
Ping pong table, exactly.
I don't know whether it's that, but it needs to be. There needs to be a draw to make people go, "Oh, this is a cool recording studio with really good equipment and then like somewhere to go to get my creative juices flow." When they get like lyrically blocked, like. When someone's trying to like writer's block, but for lyrics or whatever, and they need to go and walk away from the studio and think about it, and then maybe go and play a bit of ping pong and then come back again. You know what I mean? I thought something like that.
I agree. I think there's a generational problem here as well because what Sonny's describing is kind of what people expect at work now. Like play is just as important. Yeah. Like that actually helps people be more productive. Like you say, take 5, go and have a game of ping pong, come back and nail the track.
It's a creative job. It's not like they're like going to be engineers and they need to think about science and angles. I don't know. I have no idea what engineers actually do. But it's not something like that where they've got to really overthink a problem to fix it.
I know.
So it makes sense. Like Google have got like slides and all kinds of stuff in their offices, haven't they?
I know. I'm putting a Sega Mega Drive here in the Coastal News studio.
Yes.
I think, in between your says and all that, we can have a bit of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, please. Can I be Tails? Yes.
Yes, of course.
Amazing.
We're full circle to co-pilot. Size the Sonic.
Oh, don't worry, Darl. I know my place. I'm the lemon slice. I know I am. I'm the garnish. I'm quite happy being the garnish.
Oh no, less responsibility when it all goes tits up. So I sort of saw where Sonny was coming from, but I do not like Justin sort of threatening him, saying "Get out of the way," spoiling it.
Especially not in the first 10 minutes of the meeting. It was a bit. I thought it was really harsh, actually.
I know, let him eat his lunch. I mean, he was going for it.
Oh, just have a word with Remy after and just go. I'm not sure you.
Have we got the right team?
Yeah, are we gelling? Because I'm not sure I agree with some of his ideas, and
we're vibing.
Yeah, like are we vibing? Is this going to work? I think that was really out of order. Like and he actually said like stop rinsing him or something, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty much accused him of just freeloading basically for a good time. But the thing is about the best teams are made up of differences, I think. And I think, if Sonny wasn't there, Justin would never even considered at least something fun or something to end, and that's fine. But also, like you say, you're not going to attract the right, work. The right bands and artists and that, and how you're going to get the best out of them and all the rest. You've got to create an environment. People expect a different. They expect these things these days from the workspace. So I feel like Justin. My gut feeling he's going to throw the towel in.
Do you think? Well, I can't see it working anyway, unless he quits the garage, which I don't think is on the cards either.
Solves all that nonsense, doesn't it? If he doesn't, if he quits this, so
that's true. Yeah,
makes sense. But it'll be interesting to see if we do get to see this record label and what it looks like.
I'm expecting big things now. I'm thinking like Google headquarters, and I'm expecting it to be pretty cool.
Same. Yeah. Somewhere where we'd all want to go and make an album.
Yeah.
Feel a little better. Harper's flapping about a date this week, and she summons Dana. Not negotiable. Like she loves that saying. I've noted it for a few times now. Everything's non-negotiable when it comes to Dana. Harper's worried. Excuse me. I think have I swallowed a fly?
Oh Don't, because you'll have to swallow a spider, and that will make me very, very upset.
Can't be a podcast host with no voice. Harper's worried. It's date number 3. It could be physical. Physical.
Oh,
Sh-
there's an earworm.
yeah.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. But she's saying she's not had delight since Archie was born. So she's a bit nervous about the old flu.
I'm not sure she had that much delight the night that Archie was conceived on the gym floor, but there we go.
Delight's not the word that comes to my mind when I think back to that memory.
No.
There's a big drama about this. She's way overthought it, hasn't she? She's summoned Dana, who is hilarious. I mean, I loved her little use protection this time joke. She's putting a lot of emphasis on sort of things getting physical. She really likes the guy. I think but I think this is Harper's character. When she fell hard and fast for Tane, she seems like she's the kind. I'm starting to learn that this is her and this is patterned behaviour. She's got all her eggs in this basket, pardon the pun, and she's gone all in with it rather than keep it casual. I'm just thinking third date, whatever. If it happens, it happens. Let's vibe. Let's see what goes on.
Yeah.
Why are we putting this pressure on the physicality already? The guy, you've gone on a couple of dinners,
during the day as well. I don't even class these as proper dates.
Yeah, and you're right. And you know what? If things lead to that, you're grown adults, it'll be more natural and it'll feel less orcs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Anyway, but maybe we're old-fashioned because not dated well. Now, she's wrecking it. She's wrecking this date. She's overthinking. She's talking too much, talking too fast. Do you want a beer? What's beer do you want? Blah, 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 blah. Then the guy just turns around and pours cold water on the whole thing, doesn't he? He says, look, the kids aren't on board. Can't do this. It's not the end of the world, but it's the end of us, which I thought was a very nice way of saying not you, me. She's gutted, isn't she? And he leaves as the wedges arrive at the table.
The timing! Oh,
can you imagine being the waitress or the waiter and just watching him walk off? She's gutted, and then you just plonk this bowl of wedges and don't say anything, leave.
I mean, I think I'd need wedges in that scenario, so I think they were very welcome. But as the waiter, I'd have been, ooh, yeah, here you go, madam. Enjoy your wedge.
Any sauce?
Hot sauce.
Comes back 2 minutes later. Everything okay with the meal?
Don't cry into your wedges, miss. They're salty
enough. Do you need
enough.
A refill? Now, cut to Harper outside, sad, on bench, fairy lights, looks very pretty. Dana arrives and she's like, he's dumped me, I can't go home because he thinks I'm on a date, he being Tane, and I can't, she's embarrassed, isn't she? She's made this big deal about moving on. She's put a lot into this, hasn't she? A lot emotionally. And I think she's too proud to go home and say it's not working out. Dana tries to tell her, and I think Dana's been great. She says, look, you're best off telling the truth. It's the best thing. He's going to be fine about it, and I think he will. Tane's a lot of things, but I don't think he'd judge her for it. Dates don't work out.
She doesn't want the pity face, though, does she?
I know. And this was a one-up-'em. This was, I'm going out, I'm going to go and get a date, and, you can do it, so can I. Like, it's a game of chess that they're playing with each other, isn't it? And she can't go home because that's a defeat.
True.
It's a defeat because it didn't work out.
Yeah.
So she asks Dana to cover for her. Now, you ask Dana to tell a lie, and it's going to unravel. Do you know what? Harper and Dana just works? I think the act, Jess and Ali, just they're so great together, just natural. I mean, I love their scenes. I think they act really well.
Siblings in real life, wouldn't you? Because they do have genuine sibling chemistry, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, and it's so believable.
Yeah.
And And the next day, of course, as predicted, Dana has unravelled in front of Tane. And has managed to say that she's got another date that night. She has to run home. She's trying to beat Tane there. Have you got a phone, or have you eaten it? I've been trying to ring you. And she has to own up to this. So now we've got two sisters that have sort of conspired and made a date up, and what they're going to have to do now to try and make it look like she's on a date. I think it's quite a fun story out of what is quite sad.
Yes.
Yes. I know you struggle with Harper. What's this week like? Are you with her here? Are you sort of wishing that she moves on? Or are you stuck in this game of chess like I am?
It's odd because 1 minute I'm sort of screaming at her and I'm just saying, like, calm down, like he's just the first guy that you've met, like chill out, don't get too ahead of yourself. And then the next minute I feel sorry for her because I'm like, she really wanted this to work, but I don't know. I don't really know how I feel because I'm literally just changing my mind every time I have a scene. I'm changing my mind on how I feel based on what's happened in that scene. So I don't really know how I feel about it at all. I think I'm just grateful that it's scenes with Harper that are not her looking. I know she's miserable because he's dumped her and everything, but the sort of longing for Tane stuff was getting so on my nerves that I'm just grateful it's not that at the moment. And if it has to be now, she's kind of trying to save face. It's a different storyline, at least.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think it's it's nice that Harper's doing something else because pretty much, she's since we've known her, it's been Tane, hasn't it? And ogling eyes. I agree. I think you're right. It's nice that it's something else. Do you know what I'm worried about though? And we've touched on this in previous pods. But As keeps saying, they're going to have a rollabout. She's moved in, and it's unless they're making it look like that way. But I feel like now it's going to be even worse when that inevitably happens because it's going to be like pity sex.
Oh God, don't. Yeah.
She's really sad and down. She tried to move on. She's stuck here. She's living with him. She's going to be at rock bottom, isn't she? She's going to have some sort of. She's going to be floods of tears, and he's going to feel sorry for her and mess her up even more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
God.
Just the thought of it.
Yeah, it's making me a bit sicky in my mouth. Oh no, you're right. I hadn't even thought about that, but that's the next logical. Yeah.
She's going to be feeling real down, isn't she? Like, what's wrong with me? It didn't work out. I'm stuck here.
And he's going to be like, you're great, and you want to be lucky to have you.
Yeah, and then wipe her tears.
I can see it now. And then afterwards, it's going to be the same old storyline because she's going to be like, oh, we slept together. And then he's going to be like, yeah, it's just a one-off thing.
Yeah.
I can't. I haven't got the energy.
But hopefully they're making it look like that. But I don't know.
I think he needs to, because she's lying to him now, and he's saying, oh, go on as many dates as you want, and like, I'm glad that you've found someone that's going to make you happy, blah blah blah. I think he needs to do the same now and get with Joe, and then if he gets with Joe, that puts a massive no between Harper and Tane ever having any pity sex.
Yeah,
I think
it puts a no in the new.
Exactly, which we need. He needs to move on now. He needs to believe all the crap that he's been told by Dana and Harper. Go off and find Joe, and then once he slept with her,
fuck her up.
Well, yeah, but once he slept with her, Harper won't want him anymore.
Yeah, and then we can all truly sever it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Not legs though, just fingers.
Well, on that, please. Right, Si, it's time for your Sail the Bay.
My Sail the Bay.
Ooh, voice has changed a bit, Si.
I didn't want to do an impression. It would have been very bad. Oh dear.
I'm aware of what I sound like. I'm taking the reins. You've lent me a shovel again, haven't you? And I've
Yep.
been digging through social medias. Listeners all know, regular listeners will know that we tweet along to every episode, unless life, which doesn't often happen unless life gets in the way. Every weeknight we watch Home and Away 5-star at 6:30 p.m. here in the UK, and we tweet along on the hashtag Home and Away UK on X, formerly known as Twitter, whatever you want to call it. But we're also available on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Facebook. If you're there as well, come along, let us know what you think. But it would be really nice to see you on the hashtag of an evening or during the week. Tell us your thoughts. You never know, we might read them out on your Say on the Bay. Now, listen, I've been digging and there's some treasure under there in the soil this week. And the first thing we're going to talk about is, of course, the whole Langham thing and Joe and Lacey, etc., etc. And I've been on Facebook for you.
Oh
All
God,
right,
I
so-
warned you about Facebook. There's people posting spoilers on Facebook about the Langhams.
I know, but luckily, I've seen nothing. I've been quite lucky. So,
Good.
yes, I managed to duck and dive, so don't worry.
Good.
The Home and Away UK page posted like a picture. It was a screen grab of an episode this week, which we didn't really mention, I must say. You know, after the whole fallout of this call and Lacey coming over and all, how could you not remember? Well, Jo goes and bings, doesn't she, about how to get a memory back. You know, she looks up
Oh.
therapies, if you remember.
Yeah.
And, you know, CBT and all that. So there was like a screen grab of that posted by the Home and Away UK page and some of the comments below. And Karen says, Karen on Facebook, I'm sure this type of storyline was used years ago, she says. If I remember correctly, it was Bobby or Carly that went under hypnosis to remember details of a car they had been in an accident with.
Oh, I
Do
don't
you remember that? I don't remember it. But
No.
I mean, looking at the names, that would have been in the way back.
Yeah.
Like first couple of years of the show.
Ooh, no, I don't remember that. Interesting.
Karen's got a good memory there.
Yeah.
But yes, I can imagine hypnosis and things, alternative ways of getting your memory back, will have been used in many an amnesia storyline.
Absolutely.
So well remembered, Karen. Helen goes on to say she had a head injury and lost her mum in the most awful way. I'm not surprised her mind has blocked it out.
Yes, that's how I feel. When I'm watching these scenes, I can't help but sort of put myself in Joe's shoes, and I think, imagine waking up in the car, you've just knocked yourself unconscious on the steering wheel, your head's hurting, you don't know what's going on, you're all disorientated, and you look over and your mom's dead body's next to you. Like, that is the most traumatic thing I can imagine. So, yeah, my brain, I would be glad if it blocked that out, to be honest.
Yeah. I think people underestimate the brain sometimes, don't they? And its response to trauma.
Yes.
I think it's easy for us all, rationally, who've not experienced anything like that, to judge and to sort of come to a conclusion until you have been in that. And because people, amnesia, blah blah blah, whatever. Until you've had that kind of trauma yourself, you've no idea.
Yeah.
And you might react different. The brain's a really strange thing, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Shirley says, I think she has traumatic amnesia, but is frightened of finding out the truth before the accident. So Shirley's sort of leaning into her subconscious not really wanting to remember.
Yeah, and it could go either way, couldn't it? It could be because she is the accident, she is the cause of the accident, and she doesn't want to remember that she's the cause of it, because then how does she live with herself? Or it could be that she'll remember it in detail and it will just traumatize her forever because
Mm.
it's a horrendous thing to have to go through, and to remember it in detail is going to be horrific, even if it's not your fault,
Yeah, of
isn't
course it
it?
is. Yeah. Yeah, I think reading some of these comments and hearing this is making me think, oh, I should be a bit more fairer to Joe. I
Mm,
think. I think I'm starting to think, well, maybe I should give her a bit of a chance.
I think I'm filling in the gaps of the story in my own head. I think is
But
where I'm.
it's all you can do when there's so many of them, Dal.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So I
We're,
think
we're,
my
we're starved of information. It's natural to fill the gaps in.
yeah, I think that is what I'm doing, and I think that empathy that I feel for her, it's coming from me going, how would I feel, and like, it's not from what the show's been telling me. It's from me going, oh, imagine you're in a car, imagine this happened, imagine that, imagine, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not from her telling me how she feels. It's from me going, how would I feel?
yeah. Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right to come to that conclusion as well.
Mm.
Mm. Marion says, I said she needs to go under hypnosis as soon as she said she couldn't remember anything.
Well, where
So,
were you,
Marion,
Marion?
well, this is it. And Francis, the usual Francis here on the old comments, has told her off.
Oh.
So, like they do. So, there we go.
Mm.
So, yeah, so there's a bit of a reaction to Joe there, and people saying, you know what, Lacey, get a grip. Just like
Mm.
you said, Soph, So,
Interesting.
there's a bit of a reaction over on Twitter as well. Mr. David, usual on here, said, could Joe be a secret alcoholic or have a drug problem or maybe a narcoleptic? Now, this is interesting because
Mm.
as far as the pathology report says,
Mm.
that's not the case. But do we trust? This is the big thing, isn't it?
Mm.
Can we trust those results?
If the evidence was about the triple O call was so sloppily recorded, can we
Yeah.
trust the evidence in any other things? And yeah, it could be like medical, like narcolepsy, or it
Yeah.
could be she could have had a seizure.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't. You wouldn't remember a seizure if you've had one of those. And
That's true.
having a
Yeah.
seizure behind the wheel is definitely going to cause you an accident. And up until a couple of years ago, I thought seizures was just something that people with epilepsy had. But actually, you can have one seizure your whole life and never have another one, and it's really common. So
Interesting.
that is a possibility as well. I mean, I think there are tests they can do, and then they can work out if you've had a seizure because they can tell from your blood or something. I don't know, but or a brain scan, which I think they would have done with her because she hit her head. So I think they probably would have ruled that out. But that is a possibility
Yeah.
as well. There's loads. That's
Mm.
the problem with this storyline. There's loads of possibles.
Could be anything right now, couldn't it?
Mm.
Bloody tell us. We need something else next week. I need to be fed. I need to be
Yes.
fed next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
if they don't know, they just need to read some of these comments because people have already come up with like a dozen reasons. So
yeah, this is it. We're all writing it for you.
exactly.
Now, should we talk about that big outburst
Oh yeah.
that
Abs.
has garnered somewhat of a reaction out there? I will say. So obviously, Mac screamed at Abs. Back to Facebook, Caroline, top fan, says, love Mac. That girl needed telling, and oh boy, did she tell her. Loved it. Caroline loved it.
Mm.
Kathy reiterates it. She says, you go, Mac. She needed to be told.
Mhm.
I mean, it just goes on. And she needed telling. Sheila, well said. About time someone told her. Gracie, thank you, Mac. It's Eden's wedding. Abigail, we are so over it.
Over
It's
it.
making me. It's oh yeah, over it. Oh god, I've just had a flashback to that gig. Yeah. So it seems that everyone was just waiting for this moment. This moment. I mean, it goes on, love you, Mac. Well said. Someone had to tell her. The comments carry on. Kim says, it's about time someone shut Abigail down. I like her character, but she needed telling. She's a bit self-righteous. Love that scene. I think we all must have had this big sense of release when she just burst out.
Was Mac just saying what everyone at home was thinking, basically?
Yeah. There's not one comment here, so that's to the contrary.
Ooh, interesting.
I mean, it's the same over on Twitter. Sarah at 30th floor. Wow, Mac's outburst woke me up from the slumber fest. Why are the Fowlers so unlikable?
Ooh.
Interesting, because are the Fowlers so unlikable nowadays? I don't know.
It's interesting, isn't it?
As
Because
a collective.
Levi was very unlikable in the beginning, but actually I do really like him now. I've always liked Eden. She has moments where she pisses me off, but I
Yeah.
don't ever think I've found her unlikable. And I do like Abs. I like Abs. She's
Yeah.
annoying, but I like
Yeah.
it because they're all flawed characters and they're all more interesting than the ones that aren't.
True. There's been a lot of investment in them, the backstory, the parents, the coming back together, the struggle. There's been a lot of time invested, so I think I'm inclined to say the Fowlers they've had the legwork put in. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
I wouldn't sit on unlikable myself at this stage.
I was going to say, would you find any of them at any point unlikable in any of the stories, maybe that are more grating? You know, like I do find Eden annoying sometimes, but I would never say she was unlikable. Would
No,
you?
I think as a group as well, I've never found them as a threesome, their sibling scenes. I've never found them unlikable, actually.
No.
But individually, yeah, we've gone on a journey, haven't we, with Levi?
Yeah.
Of the three of them, I would say that Abs is my least favourite and my least most relatable, but that's probably because me and her are completely different, you know.
Yes. And she hasn't been around as long as the other two.
Yes, and that. Yeah, you're right. It's interesting, but together as the Fowlers, I think they work really well.
Yeah, I do. And I think, isn't that Home and Away? That whole sibling
Mm,
relationship, you know,
yeah.
I think
Hmm.
that sums up the Bay, especially because they have got the family dramas. You know, they're not just a happy family, you know, no dramas kind of thing. They've got difficult back history. And
Yeah.
I think that makes them interesting, even if it is annoying at sometimes. It's not unlikable at the moment. The only time
Yeah.
I've ever found any of them unlikable is probably Levi in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, he was naughty boy, wasn't he? How can you can't
Yeah.
you had to choose a moral angle, don't you? And you're not going to choose the one that makes you look like a plonker.
That's
Let's
true.
face it.
That's true. It's interesting though that people find them as a group unlikable because they've got
Yeah.
so much screen time. I actually feel sorry for people that don't enjoy them because they have to sit through so much
A
of the
lot. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
That must be
Mm,
horrible when they're not enjoying it. Because that's me and Tane and Harper. You know, when I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, oh God, not this again.
mm.
But this kind of storyline at the moment is dominating. So these people must be really fed up with these. Oh bless, yeah. Hmm.
Tough.
Hmm.
Je ne sais quoi says, I am here for Mackenzie going off on that whiny brat. She is so selfish. It's Eden's wedding, not hers. That's another. It's come out a couple of times, that. So yeah, Victoria at Krankenwagen, Mac doing a real service to Summer Bay there. We love our hormonal queen. Um,
Wow.
so yeah, unanimous, I think, with everyone's reaction there. I wanted to end your say on the bay with a sort of general comment over on the Facebook from Jenny, who says, just a general comment, we all love the program, love to comment on the characters and storylines. We may not all agree, but generally we're all pleasant and respectful. However, I recently blocked someone who reminded us that it was just a soap and called us all saddos for watching it.
Oh.
How awful to troll people on the Home and Away page for
Yeah.
watching the show.
Well, I don't read a lot of the comments out because obviously I do look at Facebook for your Sound the Bay content, and a lot of
Mm,
comments are negative. There's a lot of people saying, "Oh, I can't believe anybody watches this crap. I can't believe this is still on. You know, how is this soap still on and the other one isn't on anymore, and all, all of this sort of stuff." There are a lot of people out there, and I do think, like she's saying, like Jenny's saying, it's super weird that it comes out of nowhere, because most of the comments are about the show, and people clearly, even if they're not enjoying the storyline, they're taking the time to watch the show, have an opinion, and put that on Facebook or wherever. They're
Yeah.
not just coming on and going, "Oh, everyone that watches this is an idiot," or whatever. But the people that take the time to do that, I don't understand the mentality of it.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
get that. And how have
just
you even found
why?
yourself there?
Yeah, and like, why bother?
Um,
Like, is there not loads of other things they could be doing instead of just going, "Oh, you sado for watching that"?
yeah.
Like, there's loads of stuff I don't enjoy, but I wouldn't find a Facebook page, sit there,
Mhm,
and then write negative comments
mhm.
about that thing, because I'm like, I've got better things to do with my time.
The
It's
internet
very
is
odd.
absolutely full and stuffed with corners of communities and people, of like-minded people. That is the point.
Yeah,
That is the point of that Facebook page, to exist so that we can all share
social
and
media.
social. Yes. So what we don't want is this some smart Alec with his his soap snobbery to come
Mm,
along and bully people for
mm,
being online talking about something that they enjoy watching. Live and let live. Go off to your other corner of the internet. You'll have something you're interested in that we're not.
yeah,
Go over there and speak to other people that are interested in it. I think it was interesting that Jenny said, she does reiterate that actually generally most of the people are all
yeah,
respectful and we all talk. We might disagree, but that's great. That's a point. I
mm,
love watching this show for the disagree. If we all thought the same, it wouldn't be interesting.
yeah,
So, I chat constantly online. I'm on all the forums and everything, and every now and then you do get someone who is just plain rude, and it's bullying. And I
mm,
and I and I wanted to read that comment because it reiterated that most of us are really kind to each other, and
yeah,
we enjoy the show, and we're one big community, and I like it. And I
yes,
think I've known it. I don't want to speak for you, but feel free to reiterate it. But like since doing this podcast, I think it's been great.
yeah,
For that community, that was our goal, wasn't it?
mm.
And I'd hate to think someone's coming in and making someone feel crap for doing it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And like I say, these comments, that's not the only one I've seen on, and it tends to be Facebook. I'll be honest. There's some people on Twitter occasionally that write stuff like that, but it does tend to be the Facebook comments where I see these more negative,
Mm,
and it's the odd one. There might be 50 comments on a post, and one comment is like
gosh.
that.
Well, well done for excluding them from your say. I was like, what? That's
Yeah.
going in because I'm annoyed.
I have seen them. I
um,
do ignore them
mm,
because I just think, well, I tend to think people that get that irate about stuff like that doesn't mean anything, and then they take it out on people they don't know on the internet. I
mm,
just think they must have something in their life that's making them miserable, that they've got
mm,
no control over. Maybe there's someone in their life that they want to be nasty to, they want to stand up to, and they can't. So what they do is they go to social media, they shout at the next person that's easy to shout at through a screen. And
mm,
I just kind of think, well, that's a bit sad, isn't it? So
mm,
I do try
mm,
and kind of ignore it and go, that
yeah.
person's clearly got stuff going on in their life, and this is their outlet for that unhappiness, basically.
So, well, don't listen to the listeners now. Don't stop chit chatting about the show. Keep the comments coming.
Yeah.
Keep talking about it. Don't let it deter you from engaging with the pages on there. Just
Mm,
block them like Jenny did and carry on enjoying the show as you
yeah.
have done.
There's plenty of
Um,
people that are nice to talk to, definitely.
yes. And we have a lovely little community in and around the podcast. You're welcome over here anytime. And God, I love the chit chat with all our listeners. Our
Yeah.
regulars and our new listeners that find us, that reach out. I love it. I really do. So keep it coming. And if you want your say on the Bay, hashtag Home and Away UK on X and Twitter. during the week as the episodes air. You can also go to our website, coastalnewspod.com, and click on Your Say on the Bay and fill in the form and send us your thoughts. You never know, you might be on next week's Your Say in the Bay. Thanks everyone for your comments this week. Without it, there would be no Your Say. See you next time.
Please take the time to like, subscribe, and review Coastal News wherever you source your podcasts and ensure you never miss an episode.